Ever get sucked into, like, I don't know, researching the latest gadget? Like, hours on end?
Oh, yeah.
What?
Yeah, no.
Imagine that, but, like, it's your job. That's kind of what it's like being a telecommunications equipment specialized seller.
Yeah,
It's not just knowing, phones anymore. It's a whole world of tech.
right.
And thankfully, RoleCatcher is here to like give us the cheat codes for this career path. They've got career guides, interview tips, even AI tools, which is a little wild.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
So should we just dive in?
Let's do it.
Okay, so first up, what does RoleCatcher say about what this job actually is?
Well, I think what's interesting is that when you say telecom sales, people immediately think of someone at like kiosk in the mall trying to sell you the newest phone,
Yeah, totally.
but it's so much more than that now.
Okay, so what is it then?
Well, RoleCatcher gets into the nitty-gritty, and it's really about customer service, but with a huge technical aspect. One minute you could be helping someone's grandparent figure out how to video chat with their grandkids, and the next you're setting up a small business's online store.
Wow, that's a wild range.
It really is. You're sort of like this tech whisperer, figuring out what people need, even if they don't know how to explain it.
It's problem solving, but with gadgets and data plans.
Exactly. And it's only getting more complex, right? I mean, think about how much the industry has changed even in the last 5 years.
Mhm.
We went from arguing about data limits to arguing about, like, the ethics of AI.
It's moving so fast.
It's true, and that's why this role is so fascinating. You're not just keeping up with the trends, you're on the front lines. You're like a guide through this ever-changing world of technology.
Okay, so we've established this isn't your average retail gig.
Not at all.
But who thrives in this environment? Like, what does RoleCatcher say about the pros and cons?
So the good news is the earning potential is high, and you're always working with the latest and greatest tech, which is fun.
It's like being a professional gadget geek.
It is. But RoleCatcher keeps it real about the downsides, too.
Laid on me.
It's not a 9-to-5 job. You're going to be dealing with demanding customers, pressure to meet those sales goals, and you have to constantly be learning to stay ahead of the game.
So you gotta have some serious hustle.
Definitely. You need resilience, and you have to be adaptable.
So it sounds like this role is perfect for someone who loves a challenge, thrives on variety, and genuinely likes helping people, you know, navigate the tech world.
100%. It's not just about knowing the specs of the newest phone. It's about connecting with people, figuring out their needs, and finding that perfect tech solution.
Like a tech therapist almost.
Maybe, but really it's this blend of technical know-how and emotional intelligence.
Okay, so we've got the job description down.
Yeah.
But how do you actually land the gig? What does RoleCatcher say about the interview process?
Well, they actually give you some sample interview questions,
Oh, nice.
which is really helpful for practicing.
Yeah.
And some of them are tougher than you might think. Yeah, they really make you think like a telecom seller.
Okay, give me an example. Like what kind of question?
So one that stood out to me was, how do you handle a customer who's convinced that, like, the latest tech is just a fad?
Oh, interesting.
It's a tricky one, right?
Yeah, because you have to kind of balance like
Totally.
being realistic, but also
never
being
know.
enthusiastic.
Yeah, it really tests your knowledge and your ability to, like, read people.
Right, because you can't just shove a brochure in their face and be like, trust me, it's the future.
Exactly. And it shows that you're not just selling a product, you're selling an idea.
That's a good point.
Like, you're selling progress.
It's the future.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So you've got to handle skeptical customers. You have to stay updated on all the new gadgets coming out.
Right.
What other curveballs does RoleCatcher throw our way?
Let's see.
In the interview prep, I mean.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
They also talk about the importance of understanding different sales channels, right? Because
Yeah.
it's not always going to be a face-to-face interaction.
Sure.
You might be working in a retail store, online, or even going out to businesses.
Okay.
So a question like, how do you tailor your approach for different sales environments
Yeah.
is crucial.
It's like you need to be a sales chameleon,
Yeah, exactly.
adapting to each new situation.
Totally. And that actually leads us to something really fascinating that RoleCatcher emphasizes, and that's the role of AI tools.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, because they've actually integrated AI into different stages of the job search process.
Wow.
So it's not just about knowing your stuff about 5G and fiber optics.
Right.
It's about using tech to actually land the job in the first place.
Okay, so tell me more about these AI tools,
Software.
because that sounds like a game
It
changer.
totally is.
Like, is it going to write my resume for me?
Well, not exactly, but it can help you write a really good one.
Okay.
So their resume analysis tool
hmm
can actually scan your resume, pinpoint areas where it can be better, and even suggests specific keywords based on the jobs you're looking at,
So it's like having a little career coach in your computer.
basically. And it can make a huge difference in a competitive job market.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Another cool tool is their AI-powered interview practice.
Oh, okay.
It simulates real interview scenarios and then gives you feedback on how you did.
Oh, wow.
So you can practice those tough questions about skeptical customers or different sales channels, all from home, like you said.
That's amazing.
Yeah, it's all about using technology to improve your skills and have an advantage over other candidates.
So we've gone from helping customers navigate tech to using tech to navigate our own careers.
Right. It's like this full circle thing.
That's pretty meta.
It really is. And I think it just goes to show how much technology is a part of everything these days.
It's like it's giving you like superpowers for your job search.
Yeah, in a way it is. It's making things more fair, giving everyone access to the same tools and resources, even if they couldn't afford them before.
Okay, so to recap, we've gone from helping customers make sense of the tech world to using tech to shape our own careers.
Right. It's pretty cool when you think about it.
It really is. So for our listeners out there who are thinking, hey, maybe this telecom sales thing is for me, what's the biggest takeaway? What should they do next?
Honestly, I think the biggest thing is to be open to the unexpected. This isn't your typical sales gig. It's this really cool mix of tech skills, people skills, and you're always learning.
You're like this weird hybrid of like a
That's-
tech whiz and, like you said, a tech therapist.
Exactly. And definitely take advantage of everything RoleCatcher has to offer. Read their guides, play around with those AI tools, really get a feel for what it takes to succeed in this field.
It's like they're handing you the keys to the castle.
And the exciting thing is, this is just the beginning. Telecommunications is always changing, so there's always something new to learn, new challenges, new opportunities.
It's a career path that never gets boring, that's for sure.
Definitely not.
Well, folks, there you have it, a deep dive into the world of the telecommunications equipment specialized seller. We talked about how the job is changing, how human connection is still important even in this tech-driven world, and we explored some pretty amazing tools to help you find your dream job.
All thanks to RoleCatcher.
Absolutely. Until next time, keep your curiosity alive, don't be afraid to explore, and remember, the future is waiting to be connected.